Beat the heat. 6 easy ways to stay cool and comfortable all summer long. Essential tips for 50+. Summer is a wonderful time we all look forward to. It's a season for relaxation, gardening, walks, and connecting with loved ones. But when the real heat hits, it can feel tough and we start to feel like ice cream melting in the sun. This can be not just uncomfortable but also genuinely dangerous, especially as we get older. How can we easily manage the heat and stay energized and active? In this video, Paul will share 6 simple yet incredibly effective ways to help you feel comfortable and light, even on the hottest summer days. Ready to uncover the secrets of staying cool this summer? Let's go. Why does heat affect us so strongly? Why does the heat make us feel like a rotisserie chicken in the oven? It's all connected to how our bodies work. Our bodies constantly generate heat, and we all know about our body temperature. It's a key indicator of our overall health. However, to prevent overheating, our bodies are constantly releasing this heat into the environment through various mechanisms. When the ambient temperature starts to rise, our natural defense mechanism kicks in. Sweating. That's the feeling of coolness we get when we use air conditioning or even just stand in a breeze. Tiny drops of water appear on our skin. They evaporate, taking excess heat with them, and this cools our body's surface. But this protective mechanism has its limits. If the humidity in the air around us increases, it stops working effectively. Imagine this. Experiments have shown that if the temperature around you is 95 to 97 degrees Fahrenheit and the humidity reaches 70%, the efficiency of our internal biological air conditioner, sweating, is cut in half. This means it becomes much harder for your body to cool itself down. This defense mechanism requires a lot of fluid, the water that makes up most of our bodies. As adults, we're 65 to 70% water, and children are even more at 90 to 95%. So, naturally, when we're in high temperatures, we actively evaporate this water from our bodies, trying to maintain an optimal temperature. But we don't just lose water. When our body temperature rises, we also lose many microelements like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. These minerals are crucial for proper muscle function, nervous system health, and maintaining fluid balance. So, that feeling of sluggishness, weakness, headache, or dizziness we might experience in the heat isn't just from losing water. It's also from losing a huge amount of these vital microelements. This leads to a change in our internal homeostasis, our body's ability to maintain a stable internal environment. And sometimes, this state can even become critical, especially if you have chronic health conditions or are taking certain medications. Overheating, heat stroke versus sunstroke. Know the difference. It's really important to understand how heat affects our bodies and the difference between various overheating conditions. In 2020, research published in an American Physiology journal experimentally showed that losing just 2% of our body water can decrease our concentration and attention by 20%. This can impact our ability to drive, perform daily tasks, or even just enjoy reading a book. Some might say, "Oh, so that means I should drink more water." And therein lies the mistake, which we'll discuss next. The main thing isn't just to drink any water, but to drink the right kind of fluids. If the temperature and humidity around us continue to rise, our body can overheat, leading to heat stroke. This is a serious condition that requires immediate help. Heat stroke differs from sunstroke in that with heat stroke, your entire body overheats because your internal cooling mechanisms can no longer effectively release heat. Symptoms can include vomiting, nausea, extreme weakness, intense headache, dizziness, confusion, hot, dry skin, a lack of sweating, and even loss of consciousness. So, the first aid for heat stroke when someone has overheated is immediate body cooling. You need to act fast to give your protective mechanisms a chance to work again. This means quickly moving the person to a cooler place, shade and air-conditioned room, undressing them, wrapping them in cool, damp sheets, or wetting their skin with cool water. If the person is conscious and able to drink, give them cool water or an electrolyte drink. We need to rapidly lower the environmental temperature around the person and help their body release heat outwards. This can be life-saving. With sunstroke, on the other hand, we only overheat the head. Direct sun rays shine on the head, causing localized overheating of the brain and its coverings. Symptoms can include severe headache, nausea, vomiting, and dizziness, often with a less pronounced fever than heat stroke. A key difference is that the body might still be able to sweat. What should you remember here? If you have a cough, a fever, for example 99 degrees Fahrenheit, 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit, or anything a doctor would call an illness with an elevated temperature, you absolutely must not go out in the sun with an uncovered head. Because the sun's rays heat up that area, leading to increased swelling in the brain, which can worsen your condition. This state can be critical. So it's best to stay in a cool and calm place while you're recovering. But if you really want to go outside, always wear a wide-brimmed hat or a light scarf to cover your head. This simple rule can help you avoid serious problems. Electrolyte drinks. A smart approach to hydration. The first and simplest method is proper fluid intake. But remember, not just any water. We need to consume electrolytes in the heat because we lose not only water but also important minerals through sweat. That's why there's this wonderful time-tested drink I call Icy Freshness. To make it you'll need 5 to 6 fresh mint leaves, maybe from your own garden. Half a lemon or lime juiced. 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, or regular table salt. 1 teaspoon of honey for flavor and extra minerals. Add all of this to about 12 ounces, 1.5 cups, of room temperature water. Stir well until the ingredients dissolve. Let it chill in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 hours, then you can enjoy this drink throughout the day. If you really love it cold, you can add a few ice cubes right before drinking. Essentially, we've made a natural electrolyte drink. Salt and honey are sources of microelements and carbohydrates that help replenish your energy. So, when it's really hot, we're not just drinking plain water but something that truly supports our bodies. Experiments have shown that electrolytes help people tolerate heat more easily and replenish fluid deficits faster, preventing dehydration and fatigue. Frozen cloth, quick body cooling. The next simple but highly effective method is using a frozen cloth. Take a small towel, washcloth, or even an old cotton scarf. Wet it with water, wring it out lightly, and place it in the freezer for 15 to 20 minutes until it's very cool but not stiff. Then when it gets hot, we don't wear it all over. Instead, we apply it to areas where major arteries are close to the surface. For example, on your neck. You can wrap a cool frozen towel around your neck like a sheik. Or you can wrap it around your wrists, ankles, or behind your knees. When blood passes by this cooled area, it will transfer its temperature, gradually cooling your entire body. This is a natural and quick way to cool down. Experiments have shown that using this method for just 15 to 20 minutes can make you feel significantly more comfortable even in 113 to 118 degree Fahrenheit heat. This is especially helpful if you feel yourself starting to overheat. Special devices are even being developed now, worn like bracelets that constantly generate cold. These allow people working in hot conditions or spending long hours in the sun to cope with heat stress more easily. You can create your own device using a simple towel. Proper clothing, your shield from the sun. Another important aspect is, of course, your clothing. Our clothes should be not only fashionable but also functional, especially in hot weather. They should be made of natural, lightweight fabrics that can effectively reflect sunlight and allow air to pass through. Therefore, your clothes should always be light-colored, preferably white, because white reflects sunlight best, while dark colors absorb it. Additionally, the fabric needs to be breathable. This allows our body to breathe and effectively cool the skin's surface through sweat evaporation. Excellent choices include linen, cotton, or lightweight bamboo. But there's another crucial point. Your clothes shouldn't restrict your body. They should be loose and airy, allowing air to circulate freely between the fabric and your skin. In fact, think of the popular oversized style right now. So in summer, feel free to choose clothes 3 to 4 sizes larger than usual. This is not only comfortable but also helps your body cope with the heat better. Cooling foods, eat to cool down. When it's really hot, we can use food not only for nourishment but also to cool our bodies. In Ayurveda and Chinese medicine, there's a concept of warming and cooling foods. Warming foods are typically proteins and fats. Our bodies require more energy to digest these, which raises our internal temperature. So if you eat a lot of meat, very fatty foods, or heavy sauces when it's hot, you'll feel even hotter and sweat more. Spicy foods also fall into this category, as they increase circulation and body temperature. But we can do the opposite, choose cooling foods. For example, watermelon. Watermelon is 90% water, plus it gives a pleasant cooling sensation. The same goes for cantaloupe. But watermelons and cantaloupes might not be in season yet. No worries. We have common tomatoes and cucumbers. You can make a light summer salad. Fresh tomatoes, crisp cucumbers, and a little onion. Add just a tiny drizzle of vegetable oil, and you'll feel a pleasant coolness with every bite. Of course, there are many specialists who say you shouldn't eat cucumbers and tomatoes together because they contain some toxic substances. Look, a lot can be said, but to avoid falling for such pseudoscientific claims, you need to understand basic biology and how fiber is digested in our bodies. So, you can eat tomatoes with cucumbers and cucumbers with tomatoes, especially in summer, because you'll feel cool and get the hydration you need. What else can you eat for cooling? An apple, especially a tart one, adding mint leaves to drinks or salads, and even just licking a slice of lemon or lime can provide quick relief. Breathing techniques, your internal air conditioner. There are also special techniques that help you feel cool by using your own breath. This is an Ayurvedic breathing technique called Sitali Pranayama. It's very simple and accessible to everyone. Here's what you need to do. Sit comfortably. Curl your tongue into a tube like making a straw, and take a slow, deep inhale through your mouth for 4 to 5 seconds, drawing air through this tube. You'll feel the air cool as it enters. Then close your mouth and exhale slowly through your nose. Repeat 5 to 10 times. But some might say, wait, my tongue doesn't curl into a tube. What do I do then? Don't worry. If you can't curl your tongue, you can just make your lips into a small fish mouth or beak shape and inhale air through that small opening. Then exhale through your nose. This will also provide a cooling effect. I always recommend using this technique, for example, during travel or whenever you feel really hot. It's especially effective with children. You can suggest they play a cooling breath game using a straw or beak. They'll be engaged and it will help them cope with the heat more easily. Creating a homemade air conditioner, a simple solution for your home. But what do you do when you come home from work in the evening and your apartment feels like a fiery skillet? You're hot, uncomfortable, and it seems like nothing helps. Don't despair. You can use a very simple, time-tested method to create your own natural air conditioner. Take some ice. You can use ice cubes from your freezer or even frozen vegetable bags or bottles of water, and place it in a wide bowl of cold water. Position this bowl in front of an activated fan so that the air from the fan blows over the bowl. As the fan blows towards you, it will pick up the cool, slightly moistened air from the melting ice. Essentially, you'll be creating a natural air conditioner that will cool the air, lightly humidify it, and make you feel like you're experiencing a pleasant sea breeze or the cool mist from a waterfall. It's a fantastic way to quickly cool down a room and create a comfortable atmosphere for relaxation. How to sleep better in the heat and what not to do. If you struggle to fall asleep in the heat, tossing and turning for hours, remember, the key is air circulation or ventilation. Ensure airflow. Open windows, ideally creating a small cross breeze if it's safe for your health. If you have a ceiling fan, turn it on low. Damp sheet. You can wet a sheet or light blanket with cool water, wring it out gently and cover yourself with it. This creates a cooling sensation as the water evaporates. Cool compresses for sleep. If you're worried about drafts, remember, you can dampen a small cloth, like a handkerchief or a small towel. Put it in the refrigerator for a few minutes, then take it out and apply it to your forehead, wrists, or ankles. Just 15 to 30 minutes before bed can make you feel like you're in a cool, fresh forest or mountain air, and you'll fall asleep faster. But there are things you absolutely should not do when it's very hot. Drinking alcohol. Alcohol dehydrates your body and can impair your ability to regulate temperature, and it can cause heart problems in the heat. Heavy and spicy foods. These require more energy for your body to digest, which increases your body temperature. It's better to choose light, fresh meals. Excessive consumption of coffee and caffeinated beverages. Coffee has a diuretic effect and speeds up the removal of water from your body. In normal conditions, this isn't an issue, but in the heat, when you're already losing a lot of fluids, you shouldn't do this to avoid dehydration. It's better to drink plain water with mint, lemon juice, or with added fruits. Finally, I want to share a secret life hack that's often used in the US, especially in southern states where heat is a regular occurrence. I, for example, use this one very often, and it's a real lifesaver on a hot day. I love cherries. And cherry juice, especially natural unsweetened cherry juice, can be found in any grocery store. What should you do? Grab some sparkling water, preferably medium carbonation without too much added sugar, and a large glass. Pour half the glass with sparkling water and the other half with cherry juice. Add a couple of ice cubes, and you'll get a wonderful drink that will instantly cool and refresh you, while also providing vitamins. Give it a try. It's the true taste of summer coolness. I hope these tips help you and your loved ones beat the heat, stay energized, and fully enjoy the summer season. Like this video if it was helpful for you. It encourages us to create more quality content. Write in the comments below and share your favorite life hack for dealing with the heat. Your experience could be a real lifesaver for someone else. Be sure to share this video with your friends and family. Let's help as many people as possible feel comfortable in the summer heat. And of course, subscribe to the Meaningful Living channel so you don't miss our new videos with valuable tips for your health, home, and living a meaningful life.